Hi, this is Matthew from Everybody Community and the Five Steps Project. What we're doing is working to add a little bit more information about what's happening with some of the orphanages around the world. I plan on visiting 10 different countries. Well, it looks like 11 now because I just saw some information about Rwanda today. And I'll be in Uganda for sure in a few months. And after Uganda, I can go to Rwanda. It's a neighboring country and see they're working on a project there that has to do with um, quickly delivering by drone essential supplies to hospitals so that people can get this sometimes within 15-20 minutes. They'll get these essential supplies like blood or medicine, sent to their hospital from a storage facility. And there's some new drone technology that's helping with that. And it's in a couple of countries. I think it's in Kenya as well. And it needs to be definitely in more places. What I want to talk about today, though, had to do with what would Jesus do? Now, a lot of people have thought about that. I've seen that on bumper stickers or other postings, things like that. What would Jesus do? Jesus asked people to sell everything they have and to go and help the needy and, talk about love, talk about loving your brother and loving your neighbor. But we don't really see that happening because we've got 14,000 children that are dying every day. And we've got people that are buying new Rolls Royces, people that are buying new handbags, things like that. These could save hundreds of lives, maybe a single handbag, because people don't need a lot of money just to eat some basic nutrition, just to have a well or to have a water filtration system so that they are not drinking parasite infested water, getting diarrhea that ends up killing them. Children between the ages of 5 and 0 dying to the tune of 14,000 a day. Now, let's look at religion. Is religion the solution? Does religion solve that problem? 8 billion people on the planet right now, about 1 billion of them in pretty deep, bad, desperate poverty situations. I'm going to read something that I got from the internet here. According to the World Population Review, in 2023, about 85% of the world's people identify with a religion. 85% of the world's people, of the whole planet, they identify with a religion. They say, I'm religious. The most popular religion is Christianity. And it's followed by 2.38 billion people in the world. That's almost like all of China and all of India combined. It's a huge amount of people. 2.38 billion when we've got 8 billion total on the planet. So Christianity is huge. Now, if the Christians believed in Jesus instead of believing in building churches, printing Bibles, distributing dogma, studying dogma, I know because I've got people in my own family that don't do anything for anybody poor. They've got the money, they've got the resources, they've got the time. Instead, these Christians, these evangelical Christians to be specific, they spend their free time proselytizing, preaching, studying the same damn Bible verses day after day, sitting in their warm homes, eating their food, spending money on frivolous things. And maybe what they call giving preaching, brainwashing more children that aren't old enough to think for themselves because their brain isn't completely formed. Instilling some mind virus about how God loves them or Jesus died for the sins that they never even had. They'll spend a lot of time and energy on this, and that's what they consider doing good works, brainwashing kids. Instead of what? Instead of these 2.38 billion people actually pitching in and eradicating poverty, which they could do overnight, but that's not their objective. That's not what Christianity is about. Just watch them. Just go to church. Watch them build another church. These are houses of indoctrination. They're not feeding the homeless there. Yeah, little projects here and there. 99% of the time, no. 99% of the time, all the money that you give to your Christian church is going into that church. You got to pay the priests, you got to pay the assistants, you got to pay for special projects, you got to pay for building more buildings, you got to pay for missionaries going worldwide to spread the virus. And sometimes they do some good, but that's such a small percentage. Why do I know it's a small percentage? Because 14,000 children are dying every day, while these 2.38 billion people study their dogma, spread their dogma. It's about the dogma. Religion is about dogma. It's not about helping people. That's the core objective of religion. That's why they'll kick you out. That's why they preach to you. That's why they give you a book to study and learn every day instead of actually going out into the community and doing some good. Most popular religion is Christianity, followed by 2.38 billion people worldwide. Muslims make up the second largest religious group with 1.8 billion people, which is 24% of the world's population. Do you think that if 1.8 people, these Muslims, really focused on helping people, eradicating hunger, eradicating poverty, they'd be able to do it? I think so. But that's not what they're focused on, are they? Take the Saudis, for example. The Saudis are bombing another group, which they consider to be a terrorist group. But the Saudis themselves are terrorizing the people of Yemen. And there are children that are dying every day there of starvation because they had to leave their home because their home's getting bombed, their home's getting invaded. America, by the way, is supporting the Saudis to do this, to murder these innocent people in Yemen. Who are the victims? You know, if you understand clearly that it's the people that run the governments, the tyrants, the power mongers, the people who are hoarding money and power so they can control others, while they sit in their golden, sitting on their golden toilets, controlling millions and millions of people. Do you really believe that they're doing their best? That's not their objective. It's never been their objective. And that's why we got 14,000 children dying every day. So Yemen is a real crisis. And I'm trying to get over there just to document what's going on, like some others have done. Share that on my blog, on my video log. Airports closed. Airport's been bombed. Airport's been rebuilt. Airport's closed right now. I can't get in Yemen. But I'm hoping I'll be able to this year. 24% Muslims, if they were to put their heads together. But it's also true that a lot of the Muslims are very poor. A lot of the Muslim countries are actually being run very poorly. A lot of violence, a lot of extremists. There are Muslim extremists in the southern part of Thailand. There are Muslim extremists in the western part of China. There are Muslim extremists in Pakistan. Now, whether or not it has anything to do with Islam. They say Islam is a religion of peace, but there is so much violence within the Islamic communities that comes from Muslim people. There's a lot of violence that comes from people of all types. But some of these countries that are run by Muslims, I wonder, some of the ones I've been to, I don't know. The ones I've been to Pakistan. I've lived in Malaysia for years. Just doesn't seem like they're a very humanitarian. Talk about it. Christians talk about it too. What would Jesus do? I'll tell you one thing. Jesus would have solved this homeless, poverty, tent city problem a long time ago. But Christians don't care what Jesus did. Christians care what the dogma says. Christians care about their current culture. And that's what we all care about. We all care about our culture. We behave the way the people around us behave in general. Very few people think for themselves. Very few people are trendsetters. Very few people will break out of that mold and do something that makes sense. Most people are zombies. They just follow what to do. And a lot of these religious people, they want to make more zombies. That's why we've got 14,000 children dying every day. 16% are nuns, which means no religion. They don't Worldwide, 60% of the people, they don't ascribe themselves to any religion. 15% are Hindus, 7% are Buddhists. There are adherents to folk religions, Jews, members of other religions that make up smaller shares of the total world population. So do you think that the people that are invading Palestine and killing children, snipers shooting children in the legs on purpose to maim them and terrify them and terrorize them, do you think these people are religious? That's not about Judaism, is it? Judaism doesn't teach that. I've met a lot of Jewish people in my life, violent people. They think they're God's chosen people. They think they're God's gift a lot of times. They think they're special, but they're not murderers. So I don't equate Jewishness with what's going on in Israel and terrorizing, the terrorizing that's happening there. I don't equate that. It's not about religion. But there are a lot of people that are doing nothing. There are a lot of people that are Jewish that say, oh, that's our homeland. I don't want to live there because it sucks there. I've been there. Most Jewish people are not happy living there at all. So they live in better places like Iran. They live in places like America, like New York, like Florida. Much better place to live than Israel. Israel's not for Jewish people, it's for Zionism. And Zionism is what's killing these people. So I just want to clarify, don't confuse people that are Jewish with the terrorists that are Zionists that are stealing land and shooting children. It's not about religion in that case. But when it is about religion, it's the Jewish people worldwide. Are they supporting? Because they're very, very tribal people. They're very tribal. In fact, they call themselves the tribe. Are you in the tribe? This guy's in the tribe. They refer to that. So they're very tribal. I think that's okay, but it's not. And it's caught them a lot of criticism through the years. But if you are a Christian, or you are a religious person, you're a Muslim, you're a Jew, and you're supporting your dogma, you're supporting your religion, you're supporting your tribe, but you're not supporting the children that are dying, what the hell good are you? And what the hell good is your religion? No good to these kids. I don't care, no skin off my nose. I'm not starving. But think about the kids that are starving. They need an advocate. And that's why I made this video. Have a nice day.